Today I'm going to show you how to make this wonderful bowl of soup. So first we're going to start with the ground provisions. This is the base of your soup. We're going to use sweet plantain, green plantain, potatoes, organic spinach, butternut squash, cow peas. We're going to use edo, and we're going to use beef and cow foot. And this soup is going to be amazing. And also we're going to use a little tripe. So I wash my cow foot with a little vinegar and I start to put it to boil. The cow foot is going to boil for 2 hours. Now we have cow peas. We're going to bring this up to a boil. Use half a pack of cow peas and that's going to boil for 1 hour. After you boil it for an hour, just let it sit there in the water and everything. Then we're going to focus on our meat. Now the beef, you want to cut it up in medium pieces. You don't want it too small and you don't want it too big. But in all reality, it really doesn't matter. Once the flavor is in the soup and there, everything is going to taste great. So I'm just cutting my beef up and showing you the sizes for reference. If you want to do it exactly like how I do it, that's fine. Now, sometimes people use chicken and all that. I didn't use chicken in this soup. I just use tripe, beef, cow foot. Now you're going to season it with your seasoning salt, your thyme, everything, onion powder. If you have garlic powder, you use that. A little black pepper, a little ketchup. Now, after 2 hours of boiling, the cow foot is boiled for 2 hours here. I pour the cow peas into the cow foot. Then the same pot, I just put a little oil and I'm going to sear my beef. I actually use more beef than this. I did like the one that I cut up and I did the next one just like that. So it was actually more beef than that. Put a little dry thyme in there for more seasoning and let that cook for 4 minutes, 2 minutes on each side. After that, you take your beef out. You don't want it to cook all year and get hard. Take it out and let it rest. Let your beef rest. Ooh, that is so juicy. All that natural juices. I use a little tip of olive oil to sear my beef. Let it rest. Then I'm going to move on to the tripe. I did the same exact thing here. Put a little ketchup, a little seasoning, salt, and after 4 minutes, the juices is in there. Pour it over into my cow peas with my cow foot, and I pour my beef over. Also, wonderful. The flavors are already coming. It smells good in my house, right? So I'm going to move on to the ground provisions. I'm cutting up 1 green plantain, a few sweet potatoes, a few regular potatoes, right? I use 1 sweet plantain also. Normally, I do not use green. But my mom was like, how you going to make soup without putting green plantains? I'm like, Mama, because in my soup, I love sweet plantain. So anyway, you always got to listen to your mama. So I have some edo here. And I have some yuca, also known as cassava, as we would call it in Guyana. Now for everybody who always asks me, where are you from? I grew up in Guyana, but I was actually born in New Jersey. I spent most of my life in America here. But my accent is Guyanese sometimes whatever, you know what I mean? But it don't matter. So I have a little carrots here. Cut 2 carrots up. I'm going to put all my veggies in there, all my root vegetables. You want to add more water, add water, and I'm going to even add a little more water. And then you put your sweet plantain, this plantain, everything in there, right? You want to put some more thyme. Seasoning is important at this stage because we only season the meat so far. All this water needs seasoning. You want to put garlic powder, garlic salt, onion powder, whatever, right? This is butternut squash. I just put a handful of butternut squash. And then after 10 minutes of cooking, I put in my carrots. Then a little more seasoning. This is a cube. Now, all your veggies is only going to cook for 20 minutes. Because by the end of 20 minutes, you see how small I cut it? Everything is going to cook evenly. So you don't have to put this first and this last or whatever. So I put at the very end, I decided to put my organic spinach at the very end. This is when I'm getting ready to turn off the fire now. Now this soup, you got to taste it. The cow, look at everything. Look at this. A hearty, meaty, juicy. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. Now with me having sickle cell, if you don't know, I have sickle cell and I love to make this soup because it gives me a lot of energy. Like a lot of energy. So after everything, I love to garnish my soup with some nice organic spinach at the very end also. Join me for the next episode in Andy's Kitchen. Enjoy. Guys, I just want to take this time to thank you so much for tuning in and also ask everybody to please subscribe to my channel.